knock 'em out the way, 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 knock 'em out the way. With your head top down for some action.
Welcome to Winnipeg. I'm Emily Potter. Tonight we have the Winnipeg CEBL hosting the Saskatoon Mamba. Winnipeg is coming off a home and away series with Vancouver, where they went one-on-one, just recently dropping the game on the road by 6 points. Saskatoon, on the other hand, is coming off back-to-back losses against Edmonton, which really tightens things up in a Western Conference. Let's head to Dave and Joey for more.
All right, thank you, Emily. I'm Joey Slattery, alongside me, Dave Crook, and welcome aboard. We have a great game on board here tonight, Dave. Two teams looking to find their footing after having a pretty successful June, but both teams finding a little adversity here late in the month, both coming off some road losses, looking to get back on the winning track. Yeah, a little bit of a slip. You know, Winnipeg played so well against Vancouver at home, went there and just really no-showed it, and maybe their worst performance of the season. The other hand, you know, the Mamba lost two tough ones in a row to Edmonton. One of them that they basically gave away in target score time. So, you know, they got to be really hurting right now, and maybe just trying to figure out who they are as a team. Winnipeg know who they are. They just got to get back to being that team. Yeah, Saskatoon had a 4-game win streak going until they met Edmonton for a home and home, and it did not go well. They allowed 220 points between those two games to Edmonton. That only averages 91 a game. So they were scoring more than 100, but the defense wasn't there, and that's going to be key tonight because not only containing Winnipeg's offense, but trying to get 100 points on Winnipeg is going to be a tough task. Yeah, no question. Winnipeg defensively are one of the best teams in the league. They're good in transition both directions. So it's going to be a real test for the Mamba coming in here. Yeah, let's take a look at the stats and how these teams match up this season. As you can see, Winnipeg having the edge in most of these categories. 99.2, just shy of that century mark on the season, to Saskatoon's 96.5. Field goal percentage just shy of 50% are the Winnipeg CEBL. Free throw percentage 82% for the CEBL, 10% better than Saskatoon, and the 3-point percentage dead on. And that might be an area, Dave Crook, too, that we see one team could get hot and hit those threes, they might go on a run. But another area, 27 turnovers to 10 assists for Saskatoon last game against Edmonton. They average nearly 20 a game, and that's an area where they're going to need to take care of the ball and get more people involved. Yeah, Winnipeg really hassled them last time they were here, and that was a big part of that game, when the CEBL came up victorious. And now let's take a look at the keys to the game. You've identified a few areas here, Dave. Let's start with the visiting Mamba. What do you have highlighted for Saskatoon? Well, I mean, the big thing for Saskatoon is I think they have to be good in transition. They got to find ways to score. They got to put Winnipeg at jeopardy. They got to push the ball. Then I think they got to get the ball in the paint. I mean, Dunn Martin is, a fantastic player. He can make anybody look silly. If they can get the ball inside off the dribble, create things on the perimeter. They're a pretty good three-point shooting team. Give the CEBL some problems. And the last thing is they've got to limit the easy hoops for Winnipeg. And last time that was a bit of an issue. And the keys of the game are brought to you by CDIC. Turning to the CEBL now. Tavian Dunn Martin. He is a pest out there. He's one of the hardest guards to guard, and it'll be a handful tonight. Yeah, I mean, they have to control him, and they put a lot of energy into it last time they were here, and they're going to have to continue to do that, make his life miserable. They got to control the glass. They've got to, Saskatoon's a pretty good rebounding team. Winnipeg can limit their second chance opportunities, goes a long way to victory. And then they have to continue to score with their defense. That's been something they've done when they've been good. And our Emily Potter had a chance to catch up with CEBL's head coach Mike Rainbow. Here's what he had to say.
Okay, Coach, it seems to be a little bit of tale of two teams. You guys are undefeated at home, and it seems sometimes we get a bit of a different team on the road. Does that excite you to be back at home to continue this undefeated streak, or what do you feel like you need to clean up from that last road loss?
Yeah, I think, we look at the game in Vancouver and think that we give a lot of possessions away. I think, we need to have a much more connected and urgent effort tonight. We're not really thinking so much about where we are and how it's gone, just more about the process of how we have to get better and things that we got to continue to clean up.
Yeah, you got Williams and Jones on the other team who are former CEBL. Jones has been having a great season. Is he a key player for you to try to stop tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sask has been playing really well as a group. I think, you have to have a concerted team effort, and there's really, nobody that you can't concentrate on, and it's going to be a tall task for us tonight.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Big night ahead. We're going to have our tip-off just after the break. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Hello, Canada. Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger. The players got better. The quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian hoops.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. And all that I gotta say, I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back to Canada Life Center in Winnipeg, Manitoba, right downtown, where it is a Tuesday night matchup between two rivals. The Saskatoon Mamba in town to take on the Winnipeg CEBL. Each team has a win against each other, though. Winnipeg has a huge edge at home historically. Let's take a look at the starting lineups as they're being introduced here inside the building. Starting for Saskatoon, some familiar faces for Winnipeg fans. Jalen Williams getting the start, along with Tavian Dunn-Martin, Devontae Bandu, Jaden Bediako, and Tevian Jones. Jones and Williams both played for the Cedars last season. And for the CEBL, Emmanuel Aycott getting his second straight start after coming back from an injury. And of course, Teddy Allen in the starting lineup, along with Trey McGowans, Isaiah Osborne, and Jeremiah Tillman Jr. And Dave Crook, when you look at the players to watch in this game, when it comes to Saskatoon, all eyes are on Tevian Jones.
I think so. Tevian Jones is a guy who's a veteran in this league. He can really score. He's got a little bit of three-point range, tough on the bounce, gets to the offensive glass. He does a lot of things well. He scores about 20 a game. He can do that tonight. That could be a big thing for the Mamba, a good chance to win.
Well, when you look last season when they signed Tevian Jones to the CEBL, he was brought in to replace Teddy Allen scoring. Teddy Allen is back, and that's going to be the matchup, I think, for everybody tonight as Tevian Jones goes head-to-head with Teddy Allen.
Yeah, I mean, it's Teddy Allen, like we always talk about, professional scorer. He finds a way to make things happen. Tevian Jones, and they're different. I think Teddy's a little bit better shooter than Tevian. Tevian's tough on the bounce. I mean, there's not many guys who can score better than Teddy buckets anywhere, right? But, I like this matchup. I think they're two guys who can really play, who are electric, who can find different ways to score. They both use their body really well. They're both tough off the drive. Teddy Allen's game has really improved this year, as you and I have talked about quite a bit in terms of the other things he does. But, the other thing he always has in his pocket, 6, 7, 8 threes. You never know. It could happen.
He's got a lot of tricks in his bag, if you will, and he's a guy that is in the MVP conversation. In my opinion, it's a two-horse race right now between Miles Powell in the East and Teddy Allen in the West. But I asked Teddy Allen about it, and he said, that's other people's decisions. I'm just here to play basketball, and there's a lot of good players in this league, and I'm just here to show up every night and win a championship, right? That's something he would love to do in Winnipeg. And tonight is a big test. I mean, you're coming against Saskatoon, who is, a little upset, a little angry coming into this one after the two games that they played. And they're in the midst of a 9 9-day road trip. Nine straight days on the road. They'll be in Whitehorse, Yukon after this game, which will be an unbelievable game between them and Calgary. But they need to take care of business here first. Chatted with Isaiah Fox, the head coach of the Mamba before the game, and he said, win here with the atmosphere, the crowd, the quality of team, the challenges they put forward. If they can get a win here on the road, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the season. So they are taking this one very seriously and not taking anything here for granted. Tip-off just about to get underway here, and tip-off is presented by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Tonight's officials, crew chief Tanner Servo, umpires Wyatt Anders and Reed Kenyon. And anytime you've got a Saskatchewan team playing a Manitoba team, you know that the emotions are going to be high. Crowd will be back into this one. There's a ton of people here already as they keep rolling in ahead of game time. And that's kind of what they're known for in Winnipeg. Never a dull crowd, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And we are underway. Saskatoon winning the tip. I think that's the first tip Winnipeg's lost at home this season. And Tevian Jones trying to do quick work, finds a spot mid-range, does not get a friendly roll, and Winnipeg with an early rebound. Quick jump to Tillman Jr. That was from McGowan's. He's caught in the corner, able to get it out to Acott. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Trey McGowan's going to reset. Here's McGowan's to Acott for three, and Acott opens up the scoring with a tray.
Big shot by him to get back. He's coming off that injury, had the minutes in Vancouver, but first time we've seen him at home for a long time.
Missed 5 games with a lower body injury. He looks good. He felt good last game on the road in Vancouver. Again, that was a loss for Winnipeg as they're undefeated at home this season. That shot going to bounce over the backboard and out of bounds. Look at the lifetime record here. I mean, 8-4 is the record for Winnipeg against Saskatoon. 4-8 for Saskatoon, but Saskatoon's only won one game inside Canada Life Centre in 4 years. They would love to change that here tonight, and that is dating back to when they were the Rattlers. Here's Acott with a pull-up and another friendly bounce for Emmanuel Acott. He's got 5 early.
Looks like he really wants to make things happen. This is interesting for me because first time live I've seen Isaiah Osborne and Acott on the floor together.
Oh my
tough hoop on the other end. But, looking forward to seeing those two pieces of the puzzle and see how they play together.
Physicality picking up early. Tillman Jr. got a body on Tevian Jones. He makes the shot while falling, wanted the foul, didn't get it. Now he's guarding Emmanuel Acott. Here's Teddy. Drive down the middle. Underhand scoop, and it rolls out, and Bediako going to get that rebound. Here's Dunn-Martin to Jones. Tavian to Tevian. Back to Tavian. And he hits the triple. You got to look out for that.
Man, you can't give him that space. Doesn't matter. He is such a great shooter. I mean, that was a long shot, but he just knocked it down confidently.
And that's one thing we've learned about Tavian Dunn-Martin. He's got range. Tillman Jr. looking for his, can't get it. Nice pop out from Teddy Allen to Osborne for 3, and he can't get that to fall. Another rebound for Bediako, and Saskatoon going to slow it down.
Winnipeg not putting a lot of pressure on the offensive glass earlier on, which could be a problem.
Bediako has to pick up his dribble. Tillman Jr. all over him. 8 on the shot clock. Dunn-Martin pulls up mid-range, and he gets the floater to drop.
Nice move coming off that high screen. Bediako did a really good job forcing the switch, and he went right, Dunn-Martin went right by Tillman to the rim.
And that is a whistle at the far end. It's going to be a foul against Saskatoon. And that is going to go against Jaden Bediako. It's his first foul, team foul number 1. And Teddy going to get shots, or they're saying it's on the floor?
I think they're calling that just possession.
He tried.
He was trying to sell it as a shot.
Here's Allen for 3. No good. Saskatoon on the run. Dunn-Martin hesitates, and you have to pay attention when he hesitates because he might just put it up. Here he is on Allen, finds his spot, puts up the 3. No good, and Tillman Jr. going to take down the board. McGowan's long lead pass to Allen. He's got Dunn-Martin there, and he's going to get the bucket and the foul. That one will go against Tavian Dunn-Martin.
That's a really tough matchup. Dunn-Martin, so undersized in comparison to Teddy Allen, not only with, length, but also in strength terms, and Teddy Allen just bullied him there, got deep, and got the foul 3-point play.
This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire, and you're right. The great heads-up play by Trey McGowan's, and he's so good. That's the one thing teams, I don't know if it's just his elusiveness with it, but he can always find that player on the run in transition. It looks like they're locking it up, and then suddenly they throw it up.
Heads up, likes to, and he's unselfish and he's a smart player. And another good possession there from the Mamba.
Yeah, Mamba take the lead. It's 10-8 Saskatoon here as we're nearing the halfway point of the first quarter. Here's McGowan's with speed right into his defender, and he's going to put up a hard layup.
Winnipeg really attacking Dunmartin in terms of his size so far. That time McGowan's went right at him.
Here's Bediako. Takes it down to the post. Good defense from Tillman Jr. No good on the shot. Teddy Allen's going to get that and take it the other way. Allen goes right into Jones, passes it back to the wing. Here's a three-point shot, and that's good. Emmanuel Haycott. My goodness.
Hey, time and space is your friend when you're a shooter, and that time he had all the time and space he needed. Bit of a battle on the inside between Bediako and Tillman.
Haycott now has 7 points here early. Here's Jones going inside, and he's going to draw a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Emmanuel Haycott.
Yeah, that's bad defense there by the Sea-Bears. Got caught in a little bit of closeout. Haycott went the wrong way. Dribble penetration comes right over the top of him there, you can see. And you just don't have a hope in that kind of situation. Contact, and Tevian Jones gets fouled. And I thought it was going to be shots, but I think they're just going to give possession to the Mamba.
Mamba have it at the sideline. Here's Tevian Jones. Long strides for Jones, but he's blocked by Osborne. And here come the Sea-Bears. Trey Scott in the game, as well as Simon Hildebrand for Winnipeg. McGowan's inside to Allen. Fadeaway jump shot. Can't get that to fall. Dunmartin going to pull it out here. Tries to get it into Bediako. Nearly stolen. Bediako able to track it down, but on the pass, you can't find Jalen Williams, and it goes out of bounds. So Winnipeg will get the possession right back. A little bit of a helter-skelter possession.
Yeah, that was a scrambly play there. Bediako goes to the floor. He knocks it to the sideline. I believe Williams went down, or Jones. I couldn't see. We were blocked out on the angle here. He went down, stepped out of bounds. Possession goes over to Winnipeg. But, as great as Dunmartin is, as much as he changes the game, he's also a bit of a liability with his size defensively.
Here's Hildebrand for three, and he cans it.
And same, situation there again where, they're playing like they're going to try to get a switch. Then Martin goes underneath. They do get some time and space, and again, Hildebrand gets a wide open three-point shot.
Martin takes the hand up, puts out a floater high off the glass. Just great positioning there.
But when he does those things, you're willing to live with it.
The Mamba wearing their purple uniforms today. Sea-Bears in their teal, a fan favorite, as that is a steal for Dunmartin. And he's going to pull up for three on the run. No good. And Simon Hildebrand fighting for that rebound. Sea-Bears turning it around quickly. McGowan's in the corner. Finds a streaking Scott. He throws down a two-hand slam.
Good transition there for the Sea-Bears. But, the Mamba got caught off a little bit because Dunmartin brought them down in transition. They turned over, and Winnipeg goes back quick the other way.
And there, Allen nearly got another steal. He's leading in that quarter category this season in the league. And here's Jalen Williams with a top hook shot over Hildebrand. Man, he's tough inside. And Jones almost gets a steal, but Allen goes right to the rim and rocks it home. And that'll draw a timeout from Saskatoon as they now trail 20-14. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Welcome back to Canada Life Center in downtown Winnipeg, Manitoba. Follow us at CEB League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more for all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. We've got teams from coast to coast, and in a few days, we will be up towards the other coast as the Saskatoon Mamba will be heading to Whitehorse, Yukon after this game. It's a bit of a tough travel schedule to get out there. They'll be playing the Calgary Surge, and that's pretty special. I mean, you've been around basketball. You've played all over this country, but how often have you had a chance to play in the territories?
Never, as a matter of fact. Worked in all the other provinces, but never been in the territories. So, yeah, that would be amazing. What a great experience.
Great experience for the players, for the league, for the people out in Whitehorse. I mean, I'm excited for them. I'm a little jealous we're not going.
Yeah, no. It'll be awesome for everybody.
Yeah, as the crowd goes nuts for Desiree Scott, longtime member of the women's senior national team for Canada Soccer, in the house tonight. She always gets a warm welcome. We'll hear more from her later when Emily Potter interviews her. And in the meantime, Saskatoon has the possession, down 6. Winnipeg went on a bit of a run. It's been a little bit of a helter-skelter first quarter for the Mamba, trying to get back on track. Here's Bandu going right at the rim, can't get it to fall. Teddy Allen picks it up. Allen right at Dunmartin, and he's going to lay it an easy 2, and now Teddy Allen's starting to feel it.
Yeah, that's a tough one again, and Winnipeg looking good in transition. Saskatoon has to do a much better job.
And there, Tevian Jones gets a 3-pointer to fall. That's big for the Mamba.
Confident shot. He looked really good right there.
Well, that's one thing he doesn't lack, is confidence. He's a good basketball player. And when he's on, he's tough to stop. Seabears looking for a response. Teddy Allen scored the last 2 for the Seabears. Does he have another? Working on his defender, puts up a fadeaway, and he splashes that. My goodness.
You can just see when he's confident, it's going in. There's not even a question.
Here's Saskatoon working quickly right inside. That was Jalen Williams with a nice lay-in.
Great cut on the backside, but a perfect pass there from Dunmartin over the top for an easy 2.
Allen for 3. And he cans it. Surprise, surprise. He is on fire right now.
Yeah, he's feeling, you can just tell it right now. He wants it.
He's already in double digits with 2:30 left in the first quarter. That's 10 for Teddy. Nice rebound there for Bandu. Jones, no look pass to Dunmartin in the corner, and there's a 3. Nice ball movement from Saskatoon.
Little defensive lapse there. Tillman gave up a little bit on that defensive rebound, give Saskatchewan a second chance.
Osborne with a quick response, a finger roll for 2.
And again, the Seabears just keep attacking Dunmartin off the dribble.
Williams dribbles it up. He hands it off to Bandu. He pulls up just inside the perimeter. No good. Good reach from Tillman Jr. getting that rebound from behind. Scott feeds Hildebrandt for 3. That one's short. Osborne able to corral the rebounds. And he's got space wide open. Isaiah Osborne, no one saw him. The invisible man takes it right to the tin.
Nice move there. Good rebound by the Seabears, and Osborne get the easy flush. He had probably statistically his worst performance of the road game in Vancouver. Good to see what he does back here today. He's been so good in this building.
Teddy Allen doesn't get the steal on that one, but he knocks the ball out of bounds as he got in the way of that pass. Substitutions for both teams here.
Started Teddy Allen, a couple of those guys just coming off for the first time, so I think the tempo is getting a little bit ragged both ways, and we see a lot of subs right now.
We got Trey Townsend and Jamal Fuller checking in for Saskatoon. Mason Krause stepping on the court for the Seabears for the first time tonight. He's out there with Trey McGowans, Emmanuel Aycott, Jeremiah Tillman Jr., and Trey Scott. And here's a drive. Nice dish to the corner. Here's Bandu working on Aycott. Skip past to Dunmartin. Nearly had it stolen, and he cannot cash in that 3, but a nice rebound from Fuller. Skip pass again. They're looking for that 3. Here's Townsend, no good, and Aycott going to take that one down for Winnipeg. McGowans with another quick pass inside to Tillman Jr. Soft hands and great feet.
That's a great catch. He was going the wrong way. The ball sort of He was on the wrong foot, wrong hand, but he made a great catch, spun, and finished off the glass.
And there's another nice play. Dunn Martin into Jones.
Great execution. Dunn Martin is so good with the ball.
It's a 9-point ball game, and Trey McGowan's going to make it a double-digit game. Sea-Bears lead by 11. 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
Still a quick tempo. Saskatoon, I think they cannot afford to give up 35, or 30 even in a quarter to Winnipeg. They got to try to hold them around the 20-21 mark, I think, if they're going to be successful. Giving up 35 in a quarter is not great, especially after the last couple.
And this has been the issue for Saskatoon is Jones doesn't get the shot to fall, but he will go to the line for 2. But that has been the struggle recently for Saskatoon is their scoring hasn't been the issue. It's their inability to keep other teams from scoring, particularly those 2 games against Edmonton. And the thing with Winnipeg, as you've mentioned, when Winnipeg gets running and they get those stops, they're going to score in transition more often than they won't.
That's right. Coach Rainbow a little upset there. He wanted to get Manuel Aycott off the floor and get Balamu in and got him to the table. And he wasn't happy with his own score cue, but those things happen.
And Teddy Allen checking back into the game here. 3.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock after Jones's next foul shot.
Little offensive sub here to get Teddy Allen on the floor for this last possession. Also give Tillman a chance to get a little breather.
Yeah, Tillman with a nice layup, as we saw earlier. As you mentioned, a tough catch and nice footwork to make it work. But Teddy Allen, he's got 10 here today, looking to add more. He's got the ball. Balamu over to Kraus, a couple of U Sports players. Here's Allen, steps back baseline for 3, and he cans it. Teddy Allen with 13 points. 5 seconds left here. Can Saskatoon cut into this lead? Jones has it. He has to get it up. He does, and it's blocked by Teddy Allen. And Jones is irate. Wanted a foul on that one, but a defensive stop from Winnipeg, and they have themselves a 12-point lead, 38-26. We'll be right back for second quarter action. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime.
You're gonna love a Canadian news.
Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Hi, I'm joined here by Desiree Scott, 3-time Olympic medalist and kind of a hometown icon for Winnipeg. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I know FIFA World Cup's going on right now, but what do you think of this basketball fan atmosphere?
Man, it's my first Sea-Bears game. It has been absolutely electric. People have always told me about the vibe here, so it's so fun to be here and experience it myself. Electric, so good.
We have a lot of pro men's sports now in the city. I know you're a big proponent for women's soccer everywhere, so what do you think about a pro team for women's basketball, maybe hockey, or soccer in the future?
We have seen the rise of women's sports. It's not a moment, it's a movement now, and I think this city deserves a women's pro team. And that's what I'm trying to push. Continue to bring the women's sports. We've seen what PWHL come in here. Stadium was packed. Let's do the same thing for women's soccer.
Awesome. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the game.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Well, Dave Crook, I don't know how we follow that up. 2 Winnipeg sports icons, 2 national team members, one for basketball, one for soccer here, opening up the second quarter. And now you got to deal with us, Dave Crook and Joey Slattery here. And what's been a bit of a barn burner, Winnipeg on pace for 152 points if this keeps up. Saskatoon probably not going to allow that, but they do have to tighten up defensively here. And now they have an opportunity to dig into this lead. It's a 12-point lead for Winnipeg, no good. And here comes Teddy Allen on the run. And that pass gets caught up in the legs of Tevian Jones. And his pass just out of reach of Fuller and out of bounds. He's a little frustrated with that one. But now we can catch our breath. Dave Crook, how are you?
Good thing. That's an example of 2 things there. One, Saskatoon has to do a really good job defensively in transition. Tevian Jones basically defended that one by himself. And then they do get the takeaway, and they go down the other end and they give it back to Winnipeg for free, and that's just not acceptable.
Trey Scott can't cash in on the 3. Tevian Jones able to get that ball to his teammate, and it's Dunn-Martin with a nice spin move. Good passing here from the Mamba. Townsend back to Dunn-Martin, fakes the shot. Now he gets an open one in the corner, and he cans that. And he's starting to heat up here too. Dunn-Martin now in double digits as well.
He likes that spot in the corner, talking to those fans a few times now. I had the opportunity, knocking down a couple threes right in front of him.
Yeah, he's getting real comfortable down there. CEBL is going to have to do a better job watching him in the corner. Osborne picks up his dribble in the key. Gets it back at the wing. Spots up for 3. And he cans it. Isaiah Osborne loves playing at Canada Life Center.
Pretty comfortable in this building. And he just brings some great energy. It's really good to see him out there.
Osborne has 7. Dunn-Martin getting it inside. And what a block by Trayvon Scott, and he gets the possession. Here he goes down the middle, coast to coast, and he puts in 2 points, gets it done defensively and then offensively.
I think he had a really similar play last game when we covered them. I think it was the cruise of the game, to be perfectly honest. But he goes down, makes a play on defense, comes up with the ball. Saskatoon did nothing to pressure him. He basically went 90 feet without being guarded, goes right to the rim and finishes.
Well, that might be an early preview of our cruise of the game tonight. Our superstar director, Candace, probably has that bookmark ready to go. Dunn-Martin would love to get his offense going. He's done his part, and he did it last time he was here too. And Tevian Jones takes a screen from Fuller, but it's going to be an offensive foul.
Winnipeg,
pardon me, that's Marcus Harding.
Winnipeg really trying to put a lot of pressure there on Jones. He's got off to a quick start. Used Akon almost to face guard him. They ran him off a couple screens on the handoff. And then pretty good knock there on that offensive foul, and a pretty decent call, I think.
Well, CEBL have 43 points already. And this is the point, Dave, where you got to be careful if you're Saskatoon, because the emotions can get out on you. We've seen Tevian Jones getting a little frustrated with some no calls. There's a 3-pointer from McGowan's no good. And even the coaching staff, right, just making sure that they're not getting too overzealous.
Yeah, I know that both at the end of the last quarter and in the last timeout, Coach Isaiah Fox was way out on the floor talking to the officials, animated, and he can't afford to lose his cool because they're coming off a couple tough losses. I know emotionally they're not in a great place, but if he loses his, cool a little bit, that can rub off on the players, and they're in a situation where they have to stay composed if they want to beat this Winnipeg team in this facility.
Emmanuel Akot picked up the foul. That's the first foul of the quarter for the CEBL. Tevian Jones at the line, a just shy of 80% free throw shooter, gets that one to fall.
Tevian Jones looks comfortable to be back in the building.
Cal Tire is a proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. And Tevian Jones getting it done at the foul line. That'll warrant him a break as Chaplin's back into the game from Saskatoon.
On a normal game, 31 at this point isn't bad for Saskatoon. The problem is, and there's a nice block from behind. They're lucky there, but again, they're not containing the dribble. They're not doing anything to stop Winnipeg in the full court because, yeah, 31's a pretty good number, but 43 is not a great number. And a little too easy for Winnipeg so far.
And there's another one out of bounds, and it will be Mamba basketball. Jalen Williams with a smile. I think he knows he got away with that one.
He sure did, but I mean, you know, Jay Williams, pretty good athlete, long athlete too, and strong.
The Saskatoon Mamba they can score. That's the thing. We saw it in the last few games. They average 90, nearly 97. Here's McGowan's on the run. He slams that home.
Wow, got up there on that one. But that's been the problem. They give Winnipeg another runner. Winnipeg gets too many easy transitional baskets, and that's problematic.
Well, this is the problem. Saskatoon, to wrap that up before Trey McGowan's rudely interrupted me, 96.5 points is what they average per game, but they're giving up 100.
Yeah.
That's the only team in the league giving up 100 points a game. So, you know, they can score, but they're proving they can't win those track meets. And that's something they really have to tighten up here fast, because Winnipeg nearly has 50 points, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Tillman Jr. spotting up mid-range. That's well off the mark. And here's Mahadi now. To Williams. Mahadi, a University of Saskatchewan player, development player in this league. And those 2 points for the Mamba, much needed here, but now they need stops.
Yeah, but that was a nice play on the inside. Good catch. And Saskatoon, what can I say, right? I mean, just when Saskatoon does a good job, they do it some execution after getting a stop on one end, come back the other way. Teddy Allen knocks down a three-pointer, so basically unguarded. And that just can't happen.
Well, Teddy Allen, he's going to be on watch. He already has 18 points. There's 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
But it's like I told you before the game started, he has that ability. He's got it in his pocket. And one thing we haven't seen from him, he hasn't shot the three ball well all season. There's another takeaway for Winnipeg.
Osborne gets in the way of that, gets it to Allen, who drops it off for McGowan's. No lane open. Nice spin to get back into the paint, and Teddy Allen going to slow it down. Working on Townsend, pulls up for a long three, little short. And it's McGowan's getting the rebound, fakes the pass. Now he gets to the corner. Osborne for three, yes!
But again, time and space. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say it. Saskatoon has to do a much better job. Winnipeg creating opportunities from the offensive rebound. Move the ball.
And there's a big response for Saskatoon. They can get those responses.
But you know, even when they're knocking down three balls, you know, the gap doesn't shrink because they're not doing a job on the other end.
Are you kidding me? Isaiah Osborne, back-to-back threes. He's got 13.
Much easier when they're not guarded. Saskatoon has to do a much better job defensively.
And there's a nice take from Mahadi. So Mahadi gets the Mamba to 40, which is a good score to have at this point of the game. Problem is they've given up 44, and Winnipeg rather is rolling. Do they have another? Here's Allen. Nice pass out to McGowan's, but McGowan steps out of bounds, so a break here for the Mamba. They're going to want to cash in on this one as Trey Scott's going to check into the game for Winnipeg.
But that's what they need to do. They need to compete. They need to fight right now. And we haven't really seen that fight in them in the court defensively. And if they can bring that, they've got an opportunity to get themselves back in this.
Timeout called on the floor. That means it's a break for us. Stick with us. We have more second quarter action here on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
Redtag.ca.
New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jersey now by visiting CEBL.ca. I'm Joey Slattery. Alongside me is Dave Crook. Our sideline reporter is Emily Potter. And Dave, might as well call you the Oracle, my friend, because everything that you put out in our keys to the game is playing out in real time.
Yeah, it's sort of crazy, you know. I mean, the two guys we highlighted are having great games, but on top of that, I mean, Saskatoon has to be cleaner with the ball. They got to look after it, and they can't give Winnipeg those easy baskets. Winnipeg with 54, they're on pace to 60, 70, maybe and a half. It's crazy.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, I said they were on pace for 52, or 152. I don't know if they'll get there, but my goodness, at this point, they're definitely going to give it a shot. Mahadi blows by Osborne, but his pass is deflected. Trey Scott picks it up. Here's Osborne moving it quickly to Allen for three. And he cans it! Teddy Allen has 21!
But again, a turnover. The defense creates the offense. Winnipeg in transition knocks down the three.
Jalen Williams puts up the hook shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, and there's going to be a foul called here against Winnipeg.
Yeah, a good battle on the inside, but I mean, it's not the offensive end that we're concerned about, right? It's the defense. There's got to be something. They've got to show fight at the other end. This is a nice play there on the inside. We'll see. Jay Williams throws it up, and there's a battle for the glass. Scott fouls from behind.
Yeah, if you're Winnipeg, you're comfortable with this pace right now. It plays right into your favor, but here's a three-point attempt from Saskatoon. That one is good.
And that just brings it back to 14. You know, that's not a great thing, right? You got to see a couple stops. They got to try to chip this. Hopefully they can get it to singles before the half for the Mamba.
Jameer Chaplin hit that last three-pointer for Saskatoon. A lot of work for them here. As mentioned, they score 96.5 a game if they allow 100. And here's a shot from Scott. No good. Tevian Jones flies in for the rebound, and now he's going to take it the other way. Kraus guarding him, runs into the screen. Now he's got Tillman Jr. Picks up the dribble, and now it's off to the side. It's Bandu with it at the wing. Bandu. Nothing there. Skip pass to the corner. Is there another one for Saskatoon? No. And Kraus going to sky for that rebound. Allen just cuts through to the middle, gets the contact, puts the shot up, no good, but he'll go to the line for two. And it looks like Trey Townsend will pick up this one for Saskatoon, their second foul of the quarter.
But again, it's a defensive rebound by Kraus, and it's a one quick outlet and bang, the ball's in the front court, and Winnipeg's on the foul line. Like Saskatoon has to find a way to slow them down. They've got to put some pressure on the ball. When Winnipeg's got into the quarter court a few times, last couple times down the floor, Saskatoon's done a decent job, and they've ended up forcing the Sea Bears into not a great shot. But there's just too many easy ones in between, and that's the difference, and that's where we've got a 14-point gap that could be 16 right here.
Allen already has 21 points here. And he misses that one. Allen shoots 91, just shy of 92% from the free throw line. A rare miss for Teddy Allen, and it's his first miss from the line tonight.
Missed one last week, too, and remember last week I said it was release point. I think that one, it's tempo sometimes. He gets a little fast. This time he slows down a little better.
Makes the adjustment on the second, gets it to fall. He had some words for Tevian Jones, so the players you had highlighted getting comfortable with each other.
I think Tevian had a few words for him when he was on the line there.
Jones and Allen, great competitors. Jones trying to spark something for his team. Bandu has it, gets it to Jones. Up fake on Allen. Goes right at him and lays in two. He wants the foul, not going to get it.
He's so tough off the bounce. He gets to the rim with his right hand. He finishes everything.
Kraus with a pass. Jones thought he had the steal. Now Allen working on Jones, gets by him. 2 points and the foul. Jones frustrated with it, but he got him on the top of the head, so he'll go to the line for a chance at a third point.
But it was a little bit of Ole defense there. It almost looked like a matador to let him go right by. Teddy Allen going downhill with the right hand, a lot of contact. And Teddy finds a way to finish because that's what he does. But this is by far the best we've seen him in terms of offense for the whole season for Teddy, because one thing he's done, he's shot the ball from the three better than we've seen all year as well.
Yeah, Teddy tonight, no steals. He has a block defensively. Just one turnover for Allen, but he's got 25 points, and there's 2:45 left in the second quarter. Here's Devontae Bandu. Gets the switch on Tillman. Mismatch here. How does he work it? Goes inside right at Tillman. Out to the corner. Here's a three-pointer for Saskatoon, and it's another one. Jameer Chaplin with another three.
Really like that from Bandu. Most guys, little guys, when they get a switch with a big, end up shooting a three ball. That time he put it on the deck and created the three-point opportunity for a teammate.
Tillman Jr. for three. That one's a little short. Easy rebound for Saskatoon. And not sure what the call was there. It looked like they thought someone was going to the rim.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be a lob over the top to Bandu on the roll, Beniaco on the roll, but what happened was Tillman got him caught up and committed a foul, held him so he couldn't get down the lane.
Here's the replay of it here. Just trying to get the lob, and then he's tied up.
He's got his arm on the inside, so he just didn't have the opportunity to get down the lane. But that's again, and we've talked about this in other games, and now Tillman's got to come out because he's got to.
Yeah, and those are two quick ones. He had no fouls going into it. So Tillman Jr., that has been an issue with Tillman Jr. this year, is staying on the floor as he draws fouls pretty easily. Nice step back from Dunn Martin, but he can't get the shot to fall. Rebound taken down offensively. That was Chaplin. Gets it back to Dunn Martin. Now he's posting up on McGowan's. Quick spin move, reverse layup. Chaplin doing his work here for Saskatoon.
Wow, that was quick spin.
Dunn Martin picking up McGowan's full court, trying to slow Winnipeg down here a little bit. Here's Allen, steps back, doesn't need much space. He cans another one.
He just looks so confident. We haven't seen him look like this all season. He looks so confident. He looks like he did a few seasons ago.
Teddy Allen has 28 points. There's a minute 30 left in the half. Jones can't get it to fall. Nice rebound there by Harding, and he's going to draw the foul. Coming up at the half, a sit-down interview with CEBL's guard Mason Krause. Emily will interview Saskatoon Mamba head coach Isaiah Fox, and the first half stats will also be revisited, as well as Dave's players to watch. DJ Burns checking into the game for the first time here. CEBL's looking for a defensive boost and end this quarter on a high note.
And just protecting players with fouls, too. That's a big part of it there. Also, the Mamba went smaller, so Winnipeg can afford to be a little bit smaller on the floor.
And here, another foul going to go against Winnipeg. That one is going to go against Teddy Allen. So shots coming up here for Saskatoon. It'll be Jamal Fuller going to the line.
I don't know if we'll see a replay, but there's a bad switch on the inside, on the end out of bounds play there. And Allen got exposed, and he just swats down on the side. So, yeah, no communication, a little bit lazy. Teddy just swings. Anytime you swing wild like that, you're going to put a guy on the foul line. So the Mamba are hanging tough, 13. They got a chance to get it to 12 here.
Well, that's the crazy thing. It feels like the momentum's in Winnipeg's favor, but they're keeping it close. It's a dangerous game for Winnipeg going into the second half because, your confidence is high when you've got 64 points already. But it's not like you have a 25-point lead here either. No. It's a 12-point deficit for Saskatoon. McGowan's. Going to be a foul here against Saskatoon. A bit of a tussle between DJ Burns and Fuller.
Yeah, a bit of a wrestling match. They were both doing a little bit. I think in the end, Burns is going to get the break.
So both teams are in the penalty now. Bonus shots will come up on fouls for either team. Here's Allen stepping up for a quick three. No good. And DJ Burns with the rebound. He goes back up, and he can't get that. Fight for the rebound. It's Allen coming up with it inside. He's blocked. And finally, a whistle here went out of bounds. Last touch by Winnipeg, I think. No, it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, on the inside, on the rebound.
That's going to go against Trey McGowan's.
Yeah, foul underneath on the body. I think we'll see what happens here.
That's the first one. That's the wrestling match that was happening there.
And in the end, there's no question they were both. There's a lot of contact both ways, but Fuller gets, the unlucky one to get the foul call.
So Bandu will step the line. He's a 70% free throw shooter.
I thought this might have been a loose ball foul, but I guess they called it when Mamba had possession, so in the end, they got a chance to shoot.
He hits the first one. If he hits this one, it'll be a 10-point deficit, which is a good deficit to be in based on how this game's gone.
They've just fought and stayed tough. I mean, like you said, they can flat out score.
Yeah.
But it's can they make stops? That's going to be the test.
And we said this last time they were in town. You know, the start of the season was slow for Saskatoon, but you knew the talent was there. And then once Tevy and Jones joined, then you know it's trouble. Like now they've got a main guy that can complement Doug Martin and Jalen Williams, and they can do damage as we've seen tonight, but it's the defensive part they've got to tighten up. They can use a stop here, down 10. Kraus from the corner. No good. Rebound for Saskatoon. 48 seconds left here in the half. Fuller carrying the ball. Hildebrand on him. Doug Martin. Inside, here's Chaplin going at two defenders. Loses the ball, but there's Fuller to clean it up.
There's Teddy Allen, who's trying to get the steal. Gets caught out, and in the end, a little overmatched. Mamba get the easy two. And now there they are, single digits.
8-point ball game. It's been a while since the Saskatoons have been within single digits. Kraus working on Dunn Martin, gets it inside to Teddy. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock. Allen nearly loses it, trying to get it off. He can't. Nice defense from the Mamba, but he gets it back with 2 on the clock. And he gets it! Are you kidding me?
Hey, when he's on like he is tonight, anything can happen.
Bandu, good if it goes, but it's no good. My goodness, Teddy Allen. Living up to the name Teddy Buckets. He's got 31 points at halftime in what's been an absolute barn burner of a first half, Dave.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, both teams did some stuff on offense, but Teddy Allen has been outstanding.
Well, let's hear from Teddy Allen. He's standing by with our Emily Potter. Emily, take it away.
All right, Teddy, you guys have the record for the most points ever by your team in the first half of the CBRs with 67. You yourself have now 31 points. What's working for you today?
We got to move the ball. We're giving up too much on the other end. It's not working right now.
All right. Yeah, you're going off, but still, they have 8 threes. So what do you need to do to extend this lead because it's still an 11-point game?
We got to stop being comfortable. You know, they can make shots too. They're a good team too, so we just got to stop being comfortable.
All right, best of luck in the second half, guys.
All right, thank you, Emily. Yeah, 31 points for Teddy Allen, 5 rebounds. He's got an assist to go with that and a block, and having himself a heck of a game. He's on record watch. We've got a lot coming up at halftime. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
And Mason Kraus wins it for the Winnipeg CEBRs. The opening day hero for the hometown kid.
So off the top, I mentioned some rivalries and some great Canadian talent. And it's so funny, in the West, it's already starting to heat up in terms of the Winnipeg CEBRs, giving the Vancouver Bandits a push. A big reason is because of one of their Canadians, Mason Kraus, who is, I love the fact, a U Sports alum, just like myself. He's also a hometown kid. Manitoba Bison, played 5 years there. Now he's playing in the CEBL. I swear he's going to be a household name. And so we're going to help him become a household name as he joins us today. And Mason, welcome and congratulations. And first, foremost, Manitoba, for me, historically is known for hockey players and football players. Now producing hoopers, evidently. How, coming out of the province, did you decide to pick up a basketball?
It's just, especially because my dad was big into basketball. He played university basketball. And when I was a kid, he just always was just like having us outside, playing all the sports. And just basketball just came naturally for me. And it just came on the sports I loved. And with my 2 brothers always just competing. And now with basketball in Winnipeg becoming a big thing with the Winnipeg CEBRs. And now with the landscape of like basketball Manitoba expanding, it's just become more of a thing. And now we're trying to catch up to Toronto, but it's going to take time, but it's awesome now here in Winnipeg.
We talked about the Canada jersey, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the jersey that I see over your shoulder in the background, the framed Kobe Bean Bryant jersey. It all makes sense now because you play with a little bit of a Mamba mentality, but why Kobe on the wall?
It's just a mentality thing. Like there's still in here, like this is like kind of our weight room at my house. So just knowing that, like, hey, like every single day you just got to keep pushing and not like take things for granted. Because especially like even in the CEBL, your minutes aren't granted to you. You don't deserve or have a right to those minutes. So just being able to push through and just compete and just work for it. That's why that jersey's up there.
Well, it makes sense. The 24-year-old who is so young, you probably didn't even really get to see most of Kobe's career like in the flesh, but you're repping him, so that just shows the legacy. And you are quickly creating your own legacy. You know, one day there's going to be kids in Winnipeg and Manitoba potentially with a Kraus jersey on their wall, a little Sea Bears jersey on their wall. But I before I let you go, I'm wondering what this has been like for you. I talked about you becoming a household name. Like I am actively buying Mason Kraus stock because I love where your game is going and how you're a breath of fresh air in the league. But the reaction that so many people have had online and I'm sure in person to the start of your career, what's that been like?
Oh, it's been awesome. I got a lot of support from my teammates and from the city. You know, that's one thing in Winnipeg that you're gonna, even if it's going bad, they'll let you know. But if it's going well, like they'll be there to support you and just push you up and be like, hey, like even though you're young, we believe in you. And the same with my teammates. Like after even when I made the shot or anything this season, good or bad, they're still there to support me. And that just says the state of like what Winnipeg is. We're just a city ready to compete, and then we're just gonna be there for each other.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
You don't just fuel your body. You fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Centre. We've got a Shania Twain tribute band. Shania Twain, pride and joy of Timmins, Ontario. What a great city that is. All right, Dave Crook, let's take a look at some of the highlights here. We've got an 11-point ball game. The CEBL are leading the Saskatoon Mamba, and there's plenty. I mean, we can just sit back and watch these. It's been an incredible game if you love offense. Defense, wasn't so great. That was one of the many slam dunks. Trey Scott got everybody off their seat here. Another big one from Teddy Allen. I'm sure we'll see the one from Trey McGowan's coming up here too, but it's just been open season offensively, really for both teams, but particularly Winnipeg.
Yeah, no question. Both teams up and down. The tempo's been high. There's been lots of good things happening offensively. Both teams creating, both teams putting the other team at jeopardy. But I mean, a play like that where like no one's guarding Isaiah Osborne, and he just dribbles from the top of the key down and throws down a two-hand dunk uncontested. And you know, the scary part, if you were clipping this as a coach, you watch every one of these baskets, and here's this one coast to coast, and again, like no pressure on the ball. Like I think, you know, the Mamba have done some really good things. They've been good offensively. They've moved the ball. They've played unselfishly. They got a lot of athletes, but they've got to find a way to slow Winnipeg down. They've got to find a way to close out in Winnipeg. The Winnipeg shooters look a lot better than they are because every time they shoot the ball in the perimeter, they've got time and space. And then what happens, of course, is tonight is the night when Teddy Allen has become the Teddy Allen of old in many ways. I mean, it's hard to say he hasn't had a great year. He's averaging 28 a game, but we haven't seen anything like tonight.
No, 31 points for Teddy Allen already at halftime. And, he's really putting himself, making that competition tough for the MVP race. We take a look at the stats of the game at halftime. Look at that three-point percentage. I said it at the start. That might be an area that can blow this game open. Winnipeg shooting 54% from beyond the arc, 60% from the field in general. Free throws haven't come in bunches for Winnipeg, which is another surprising thing. Only had 4 foul shots in the quarter, and they hit 3 of the 4.
But part of that, the reason they don't have a lot of free throws is because the Mamba haven't done enough to guard to put them in jeopardy. When Winnipeg's shooting 60% from the floor, 50% from the 3,
yeah.
I mean, that's an indication of the defensive intensity that Saskatoon has put forward, in my mind.
Yeah.
I think they have to do a much better job. They've got to knuckle down. I mean, they've got to hold Winnipeg under 50 if they want to win here in the second half. They have to do, they have to look like a different team.
100%.
Going in that direction.
And as we've seen, I mean, you can't really depend on Winnipeg cooling down, but the assists have been good for both teams. That's an area, that Saskatoon wanted to address. Yeah. They already have 6 more assists than they had last game, so that's an area of improvement.
And they've played unselfishly, and they've played for each other. Like, they've done the right things. They just have only done the right things going in one direction.
Exactly. And the rebounds dead even, 19-18. Well, not dead even. Winnipeg has 1 more rebound. And, we're going to keep listening to our Shania Twain impersonator. You will come back and join us after this quick break. Stay with us. You're watching CEBL the Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even 1 more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa, thanks.
That's my job.
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do. The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying?
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
You don't just fuel your body. You fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back, Canada Life Center. Second half action about to get underway. It's an 11-point lead for the Winnipeg CEBL over the Saskatoon Mamba. We'll have head coach of the Mamba, Isaiah Fox, joining us here momentarily with Emily Potter. It's been an absolute barn burner here. That's a score you'd expect to see closer in the third quarter, but this is the halftime score, and it's not as big a mountain to get over as we thought for the Mamba, but still enough. We'll hear from head coach Isaiah Fox, who's standing by with Emily Potter. Emily.
Okay, Coach. The CEBL have been making it rain from 3 a little bit. They got 12 threes, but it's still a close game. How do you want to try to close this gap in the second half?
We got to have better attention to Teddy Allen. Obviously, he's got 31 at the half. And I think our attention to detail with our guard-to-guard screens hasn't been good enough yet. He's got 31 on all of us, not just one guy. We got to make sure we're doing a better job picking him up, impacting the Reds, and hopefully we can get into a shot pocket much better in the second half.
All right, you also don't have a ton of turnovers, only 5 as a team, but the Sea-Bears have 19 points in transition. How do you slow that down?
They had long shots, long rebounds. We talked about our corner crashes beginning of the game, making sure we're crashing above the elbow. I don't think our attention to detail is there on that either. And then also, we're shooting a bunch of long shots. I don't think our offense is really developing and getting into more actions. Hopefully that'll settle it in and help us get back on defense.
All right, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Emily. Yeah, it's a weird thing because she's right. There's not a lot of turnovers, but those points in transition, it's a bit of a wild stat because it's just been so many letdowns.
Yeah, I think he was right on every point he made. There's no question. He's got a real understanding of what's wrong. Now the key is, can they change it? Can they make something happen here in the second half? Right? Can they look after the ball? Can they do a better job containing Winnipeg in the full court? And the Teddy Allen thing, it's pretty hard to stop him based on that thing we saw at the end of the quarter. Kick the ball around, does this, does that, also picks up, bang, 3.
Yeah, well, speaking of Teddy Allen, let's revisit our players to watch from the beginning of the game. And you picked a couple of good ones with the 2 leading scorers here tonight. 16 points for Tevian Jones, 31 for Teddy Allen, who's been absolutely on fire. 61% from the field for Teddy, 55% for Tevian, a couple of assists for Tevian, and 5 rebounds for Teddy Allen. So he's on double watch here. Already far eclipsed the points double. And knowing how his style of play, you'll likely get close to 10 here. But it's been an absolute wild first half, and we'll see if they can keep it up in the second.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that they can keep it up, but knowing these 2 athletes and knowing these 2 teams, it's not impossible.
It's time for our Red Tag Path to the Playoffs update. Here's how the standings are shaping up. And yeah, you look at that. This is the time of year where the urgency picks up, right? You look at both conferences. Calgary's struggling, but that East, Niagara 5-9, outside of Scarborough is kind of running away with the East right now. It's a tight race in the East. The West, top to bottom. Right now, Saskatoon on the heels of Winnipeg, who's on the heels of Vancouver. They keep going back and forth with that first place positioning in the West. It's this is the time of year, though, where these games start to, the magnifying glass comes out, right? The urgency for Saskatoon right now in this second half, you can feel it quarter to quarter.
Yeah, and there's no question. Hey, we're doing the Red Tag Path to the playoffs. We haven't seen that all season because now the focus is starting to switch. We're more than halfway through the season, and right now Scarborough is just. You look at Scarborough and you look at Calgary, 2 anomalies. Everybody else is sort of jammed in there somewhere between 5 and 9.
Well, the Winnipeg Sea-Bears, 67 points a lot. They've done it before. They've tied their points and a half record, which was set on June 22nd of 2024. Their points in a first half was 62 points before this, so it's the record for a first half, and that was done this year on June 18th. So, this is a team that is really feeling it offensively, but it's a team that prides himself on defense. And you heard Teddy Allen in his interview before going in for the half, as much as they're scoring, there's still some areas that they're very seriously concerned with because despite having 67 points, you only have an 11-point lead.
It's interesting to see Acut back on the floor because he had that great shift early. Didn't see much of him after that. Wondered if his ankle was a little tight, but he looks like he's moving okay.
Yeah, he was off to a hot start. Tevian Jones misses the opening field goal attempt of the second half, and the Sea-Bears have a chance to add to their lead here. Acut, his second straight start. Tillman goes down hard, and he's everybody thought he was going to go after him, but that was just a tough foul. He got him quickly. Bediako. Yeah. They gave the thumbs up. All good.
Yeah, no, he was just trying to get back. He was just trying to get back to his feet. Pretty athletic play for the big man, actually. Bit of a forward roll here on the end line, and just see that great action that Winnipeg ran for him to get him there. Just a little bit late, gets underneath him, and that can be dangerous. But no, that's a pretty gymnastic looking. Looked pretty good though.
That's a long fall for Jeremiah Tillman Jr.
But he came out of it unscathed.
And that's what matters. He misses the foul shot in the first attempt. But yeah, the way the Seabears went after him, you know, trying to get up, and as you say, he's just trying to get up quickly, but just because of how big he is and how much space he takes, it looks like he's going to take a run, but he comes up smiling. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
Yeah, Jeremiah Tillman Jr. is a tough competitor, but he's not a guy that's typically a hothead, so. And he misses both free throw attempts, so that's a big break for Saskatoon. Here's Tevian Jones, goes right at Osborne, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Jones.
It's going
to be a moving screen there.
Yeah. So
Bediako gets that one.
Yeah, Bediako wasn't set, and they just very similar action that Winnipeg ran in the other end, actually in the end for Tillman, where they ran somebody underneath, and then Mamba not happy at all with that call.
So Winnipeg with the possession again. It's no baskets have been scored in the second half yet. We're only a few seconds in, but there's been 3 possessions here. And here's Acott trying it, no good. And the rebound, Bediako eventually going to get it. Here's a 3-point attempt from Jones, no good. Trey McGowan's going to pull down the board.
Better defensive effort last couple times down from Saskatoon.
Jones going to take that right to the basket. Wide open lane down the wing.
Way too easy, though. Winnipeg can't be happy with that defense.
And here's a 3-pointer from Osborne, and he hits that. We talked a lot about Teddy Allen. Isaiah Osborne's got 15.
Yeah, time and space there. Again, he got that shot off. The first half, Winnipeg went after Dunmartin early. In the second quarter, we didn't see much of that, or here to start the third as well.
And here's a pass nearly tipped, but Williams gets it. His 3-pointer off the mark. And here, Bandu going to put up a quick 3 from the corner. That one also short, and Osborne going to take it down. Interestingly enough, too, Teddy Allen came into this game as the 6th all-time 3-point shooter. He was behind Malcolm DeVivier. He's passed him, and he's now jumped from 6th to 4th on the list. He's passed Kobe McEwen, who has 173 all-time, and he's now the 4th all-time in 3 points made in CEBL history. So this has already been a historic night for Teddy Allen. Let's see how much more history he can make before the night's over. He gets a block there on Devontae Bandu. And here's a pass back to Allen, who slips, but he's able to maintain the possession. Here's McGowan's going right at Williams, finds some space, pulls back, can't get it to fall.
Winnipeg a little out of sorts there offensively the first couple times down.
They've cooled off since halftime. Only 3 points so far. Dunmartin for 3, and he cans that one. Tavian Dunmartin can catch fire, and it's trouble when he does. He's got 13 here.
Well, Winnipeg hasn't been able to get anything in transition, and that's really affecting, their pace and their tempo.
Pardon me, that's 16 for Dunmartin. And here's going to be a foul. This one is going to go against Bediako, and he can't believe it.
Yeah, he's not happy with the call. Bediako had a hold. He had a hold of the wrist of Tillman as he tried to step up and set that screen. He basically pulled him back, and baseline official made the call coming off. Bediako.
He's going to plead his case before he goes off here, but he's got 4 fouls.
And he's talking to the wrong official, actually. So he's got called for, a soft, well, not a soft one there, but one he didn't need to commit on defense, and he got called for an early one on offense. So tough start for him.
A tough spot for Saskatoon with him having 4 here early in the second half. Krause with the rebound drops it off for Tillman. Tough shot, can't get it to fall, but he will go to the line.
Well, that's what Winnipeg needs. They haven't been able to get anything in transition, so on offense, they have to make sure that they move the ball, get it to the second side. Then they have to get people on the glass. That time, Mason Krause makes a crash, gets an offensive rebound. Nice little unselfish pass to Tillman, who draws the contact. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And he misses that one. That's 3 straight misses from the foul line for Jeremiah Tillman Jr.
Yeah.
Not known for he's only a 63% free throw shooter.
That wasn't very soft. He needs to soften this up a little bit.
This Western Conference game is presented by Cal Tire, as Tillman finally gets one to fall here. And now the Seabears have a 10-point lead. Only 4 points in this quarter so far. Williams, quick move on Acott. Gets it back to Dunmartin. Dangerous pass, nearly picked off. Jones able to get it. Now he's got an angle. He goes right into Tillman, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Teddy Allen tried to shoot the cap, couldn't get the steal. Jones got it, immediately put it on the deck, attacked the rim. Great body control, drew the contact. And we'll see here, there's contact at the foul line, and then he goes right into Tillman's body, shields the ball so it can't be blocked, gets an opportunity to go to the line and shoot 2. He's played very well.
Tillman Jr. has 3 fouls, so again, another tough one here for Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Trey Scott checks back into the game. Mohamed Mahadi back into the game here too for Saskatoon. He's been impressive here in the CEBL season. As mentioned, one of the stars with the Saskatoon Huskies, along with Easton Tim, who's not here tonight. Both of them play for assistant coach Jamie Campbell for the Saskatoon Mamba, the head coach of the University of Saskatchewan Huskies. And the substitution here is Townsend checks back into the game for Saskatoon.
Mahadi looked really good. He looked like a veteran in that first half.
Really making a name for himself nationally here in the CEBL. He's had a good season.
Plays a lot of confidence, not scared.
And he's getting the opportunities. That's one thing that's not guaranteed when you're a developmental player here in the CEBL. And here comes Jalen Williams like a tank. Gets that to fall in traffic. And he'll go to the line for a chance at one more.
And again, the Mamba are back. They're only 9 down. And part of it is Winnipeg has been not great offensively, out of sync. They're not making things happen. They're not flowing like they did in the first half when things were easy. The defense hasn't created anything. And Saskatoon's been finishing because we know that's one thing they can do.
Williams gets the friendly bounce. A G League finalist, lost in the finals with the Stockton Kings. And he played for Winnipeg last year. Now he's on the other side. Teddy Allen's 3, no good, a little short. And he gets it right back. Trey Scott gets it to him, and he can't get it to fall. The tip from Acott, no good. And here comes Saskatoon on the run. It's Tevian Jones. Little hesitation. Gets it off to Mahadi, who finds paint. Right at Acott, nothing there, so he dishes it back out. Knocked away by Mason Krause, and it will remain Saskatoon basketball with 13 on the shot clock.
It actually ended up being a decent possession for the Mamba because it looked like they were going to force a quick shot, and they didn't need a quick shot. They needed a good possession. Needed to use a little bit of time. Mahadi made a good decision, got the ball out, and they have an opportunity now to make it a one-possession game.
Yeah, don't look now. It's a 6-point ball game. Can they get it even closer? No friendly bounce for Tevian Jones. As much as he has been able to score, he's missed some easy bunnies here tonight. Here's Allen with a tough one, no good, and he can't believe there's no foul, and the pace picks up again. Jones passes it off to Williams for 3, no good. Williams chases it down, able to get it. Can't get the floater to fall, and Trey Scott gonna settle things down for Winnipeg. Scott gonna pull up for 3, and he cans that one. Trey Scott doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Yeah, nice dribble. Oh. Nice dribble penetration there from Acott. Creates the easy basket.
Mamba want to keep the pace high here. A lot of action on this possession. Fuller going to go right into Acott. It's going to be a jump ball, so it will be Winnipeg basketball as Trey McGowan's checks back into the game.
See if we get a look on the replay here. Acott, great hands to tie this one up. Reaches in, grabs the ball. Ooh, a lot of contact there. Got away with one maybe, but jump ball called. Good for the Sea-Bears.
Catch all the exciting basketball here at Canada Life Centre in downtown Winnipeg as part of Sea-Bears Summer. Pick up your tickets by visiting seabears.ca/tickets or scan the QR code on your screen. Sea-Bears looking to make this a double-digit lead again. They're up 9. And Allen stuffed at the rim. Jalen Williams picking it up. Mason Krause gets it right back for Winnipeg. McGowan's into Scott, who flushes it home.
And that's what they need, right? They need to lead defense, lead the offense, and that's good for them. But one of the things so far from Winnipeg in the front court, been a lot of one-on-one play. We haven't seen that team. We haven't seen the ball move side to side like we normally do.
And that'll draw a timeout from Saskatoon, which means it's a break for us. Stay with us. More third quarter action coming up. Winnipeg leading Saskatoon 76-65.
Red CEBL.ca.
The CDIC was established by the Government of Canada to protect deposits in case of bank failure. Coverage is free and automatic when you bank with a member institution.
Whoa. Thank you. That's my job. So you were saying...
Protecting your deposits, that's what we do.
Welcome back to Canada Life Center here in Winnipeg. Time now for our Cruise of the Game presented by Cal Tire. We had a lot of options, but it's that slam from Trey McGowan's that's going to take the crown here tonight. Wonderful slam dunk from him. Not a guy we'd see Sky that much, but hey, when the lane's open, he's open for takeoff.
Yeah, again, it's defense for Winnipeg. They double on the ball comes out, knocked away. McGowan's takes off. Osborne hits him and he throws it down. Pretty good flush. I didn't know he had that in him.
And Emily Potter was listening in on the timeout. What do you got for us, Emily?
Yeah, I mean, CEBL are emphasizing the defense and especially getting to those 50-50 balls. They've been a touch slow to start this quarter. They are small right now, so they're looking to switch everything and be more disruptive and play with more pace. So we'll see if that pays off.
All right, thank you, Emily. And yeah, it's been a bit slower here for Winnipeg. Saskatoon got to within 6. Here's Tevian Jones on Allen. He's going to pass it off. 8 on the shot clock. Here is Mahadi with a nice finish for the young man. The U Sports athlete, we've seen a number of them come in, and he's a name that's now coming in on the radar. You know, we've seen players like Simon Hildebrandt, David Walker, you know, a lot of guys that have made their name in U Sports and saw that skill transfer to the CEBL, and Mahadi's the next guy doing it right now.
Yeah, great take there on the inside. Finished, and then Winnipeg sloppy turns it over and gives the Mamba another chance.
Jones spots up for 3, and he cans that one. It's got to feel good for Jones, who now has 19 points.
6-point game.
Pardon me, that is going to be 22 points. Allen working on Williams, has to step back, and he gets it to fall. He had a hand right in his face. There was barely any space for that ball to get over the hands of Jalen Williams.
He really wanted that one. He was unhappy when he walked off the floor during that timeout, talking to the referees, and things were so easy for him in the first. It hasn't been that way here in the second.
Saskatoon doing a better job defensively here in the second half. Williams can't get that 3 to fall. Trey Scott going to pick up the rebound. Allen working on Fuller, gets around him, and a nice block. That's going to be a goaltend, though, just as it was on its way down. Townsend's upset, but it was definitely on the down.
Yeah, a great move by Teddy there. He got into a little battle with Fuller. Fuller actually took a little shot in the mouth there, and then Teddy got by him, got that little floater up, and gets called for goaltend.
Winnipeg already has 80 points. It's a 10-point ball game. Winnipeg is led by as much as 17, and the deficit got as close as 6 points for Saskatoon since then. Saskatoon did have an early lead, didn't last long, and then Winnipeg took off from there as we wait to see if we're going to have injury timeout. Looks like Tevian Jones is getting up slowly here. They're going to give him some time. We'll take a look at what happened here on the replay.
Teddy was fighting for the ball, and I think the hand got up, got into his face. Oh, no, I think they just knocked. Coming off, maybe knee on knee. Hard to tell, Joe.
Tough one there. He's walking it off, and Teddy immediately went over to him just to make sure he's okay, because they have been chirping throughout, but that was just an unfortunate play. No meaning to harm there, and he looks like he's okay. He's going to walk it out. He's a little ginger, but we'll see what he has. Dunn Martin drive and dish back to Chaplin. Chaplin had some nice takes in the first half, but he cannot get anything on that one. Allen scanning the floor as he takes it up. Going to go right at Fuller, trying to get the pass off. It's off the head of Chaplin, and here's an interception for Saskatoon. Jones mishandled the ball in the air, and he goes down hard, and Winnipeg has numbers. McGowan's to Scott. He's got to be careful because, Tevian Jones is right there. He gets it right back. He'll put the three up. No good.
Wow. That was an unbelievable play. No communication from the Seabears. Teammates got to help him out in that
100%.
situation.
And going to be an offensive foul charged to Saskatoon, and Jones is irate with that call.
Yeah, I think both teams are really, it seems really unsettled right now, going in both directions a little bit. Neither team playing, they certainly aren't playing with the
consistency
that they had in the first half, right?
No, 100%.
And so and it looks much different. And it's not like, I don't think either team's playing great defensively. I think right now that it was so easy for teams offensively in the first half that they're forcing a little bit, and they're playing like outside their rhythm, outside their comfort zone.
Well, it sounds weird to say because it's 80-70 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, but Winnipeg's only scored 13 points.
Right.
Trying to change that now. McGowans goes upstairs to Scott, but he has that knocked away. Another tough possession for Winnipeg. Can Saskatoon capitalize? Fuller into 2 defenders, no good. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Saskatoon, so it'll be Winnipeg basketball.
But that's a needless turnover by Winnipeg, but then Saskatoon comes back the other way and doesn't convert, and that's a play they need to convert if they're going to get it back. I mean, 10 points, they got a great opportunity, and I think we just saw a technical foul.
Yeah, and this was boiling. So that's going to go against the Saskatoon bench. As you mentioned many times, Dave Crook, like this, you kind of felt it boiling over. They're getting frustrated with some no calls and some calls against them. And this has been a back and forth ball game where defense isn't going great.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, the second half certainly is at a really frustrating tempo because neither team's been able to sort of, take control and do the things that they want to do. Winnipeg's execution has been awful. Saskatoon has only been slightly better, right? And it's not like I said, it's not like it's because either team is doing such a great job on the defensive end that they're upsetting the offense. The offense is just trying to do too much. They're forcing things, and because of that, they're making poor decisions, leading to turnovers.
Teddy Allen had some trouble with his shoes there, but he was able to get the shot. It's an 11-point lead for Winnipeg. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. That has slowed down significantly from the first half, where Winnipeg tied their record for most points in a half with 67. Simon Hildebrandt's on the floor now for Winnipeg.
No danger of 67 here in the second half.
And that's got to be much to the delight of Isaiah Fox and the Saskatoon Mamba. But Trey McGowan's going to put in a 3.
But a much better possession that time. Ball got to the second side. Teddy Allen, little dribble penetration, shot to McGowan's. He's flat-footed. He knocks down the 3.
Mahadi working on Akot. He's so shifty. Can't get that to fall, however. Teddy Allen going to run out with it. Another board for Teddy. And he's going to go coast to coast and dish it out. Here's McGowan's. Good defense recovery here from Saskatoon, but Simon Hildebrandt's not going to be stopped.
Yeah, but they took their time again. They didn't force up a shot. McGowan's gets it to Hildebrandt, guarded by Dunn-Martin. There's a foot difference between the two of them, and Simon makes a little soft touch off the glass.
Dunn-Martin with a high arcing shot, no good. Teddy Allen now 1 rebound away from a double-double. He's got 9. Here he goes trying to add to his point total. Can't get it to fall. Simon Hildebrandt's try, no good, and Saskatoon comes up with another rebound. They're down 16. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Chaplin steps back on Akot, and he cans it.
We're confident in that. He was trying to set up that shot, just create a little space with Akot, got Akot to bite, step back a little bit, and he knocks down that 3 ball.
Jameer Chaplin now has 11 points for Saskatoon. And that does some damage. It takes that lead to 13, or cuts the lead to 13, I should say. Allen now 9 on the shot clock. It's a second differential between the game clock. Long skip to McGowans, who drives baseline, finds Scott, and he draws the foul.
Wow, 2 tough passes there. I mean, Teddy Allen went cross-court diagonal about 65 feet to McGowans. He came across on the baseline, made a nice pass on the inside there to Scott, who goes to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Teddy Allen and Trey McGowans did play together in college for a year in Nebraska. And there is a chemistry there. We've seen it a few times this season where the pass looks like it's going nowhere, but they they find each other. Like even that one, it looked like it was going about a foot out of bounds. And then Trey McGowan's, without even a stressful look on his face, it's almost like watching a quarterback and a wide receiver, but they're both playing both positions.
Yeah, you see those two guys together a lot. There's definitely a strong relationship there between the two of them. But, you know, Winnipeg did a little bit better job. They've got it stretched out now to 14, could be 15, after the Mamba put a lot of energy into making some things happen. But Winnipeg looks a little bit more on pace in terms of how they have to play.
Trey Scott hits that one. He's going to take a break. 88-73 is the score. Referees are going to convene here at the far end of the floor. Townsend going to inbound the ball now for Chaplin. So a little reorganization for Saskatoon while the refs have a talk. That's Reed Kenyon and Wyatt Anders. 4.9 in the shot clock. So I think they're just making sure a stat was corrected here and making sure everything's good. Here we go, 4.9 left in the quarter. Saskatoon trying to cut into this lead. They're down 88-73.
CEBL going to try to stop Denmark from getting the ball.
1 second, here the shot goes. Good if it goes, and no good. And it's a 15-point lead for the Winnipeg CEBL heading into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back with the final frame of this CEBL clash between the Mamba and Winnipeg CEBL. You're watching CEBL basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Come see the new chapter of professional basketball in Saskatoon. Tickets are available by scanning the QR code on the screen that'll pop up momentarily or by visiting saskatoonmamba.ca/tickets. They do have a home game coming up, but it will be far from home. Whitehorse, Yukon is where the next game will be played for the Saskatoon Mamba against the Calgary Surge, the first ever professional basketball game being played in the Northern Canadian territories. And a lot of excitement around that one. Great job by the league and teams to make it work. And imagine that's going to be a well-tuned into game. A lot of people curious as to what that's going to look like. And a great opportunity for the people out in Yukon to watch some great basketball. Saskatoon would like to have a great frame here and dig into this 15-point CEBL lead. And that won't fall. We got a wedge, but it'll be 2 shots for Jameer Chaplin.
Saskatoon playing a lot smaller right now. Winnipeg was a little bigger with Tillman back in the game, and tough matchup one-on-one on the inside, and he gets called. There's no question. He had his hands up. He's saying, well, you know, no contact, but came forward with his chest, makes contact.
Teddy Allen back in the game. Trey McGowan's out there with Trey Scott, Emmanuel Aycott, and Isaiah Osborne.
Chaplin on the line. Chaplin, he has 11 points. I don't think he's played 11 minutes. He's quite an athlete. Explosive.
So Chaplin out there with Townsend, Fuller, Bandu, and Dunmartin. Tevian Jones sitting here to start the fourth quarter. Sure, we'll see him as time winds down. He's an important part of this offense. He's got 16 points, 22 points for the Mamba. McGowan's has to pick up his dribble in the key. Scott right back in, gets it out to Osborne with time winding down, and he can't get it to fall. Rebound comes way out, and Saskatoon able to settle it. Dunmartin, nice pass for the lead on Chaplin, who gets another 2 points. So Chaplin's starting to feel it here. Chaplin's got 16. Winnipeg looking for a response. Acott in the high post. Going to spot up. And that one, easy rebound for Fuller. So Chaplin's got 14 points, and I don't think he's had 15 minutes yet of playing time for Saskatoon. Townsend going to get it to Bandu. Spots up. Nice catch and shoot from Devontae Bandu. Perfect pass from Townsend.
It's a 9-point game, and nothing coming easy for the CEBLs right now. Game's really tilted a little bit for the Mamba.
Yeah, and they're just not getting any bounces here in the early fourth quarter, even when they're getting close to the rim. McGowan's missing that latest one. Townsend gives it to Dunmartin. He's got Trey Scott on him. Weighing his options here on the much taller Trey Scott, but that's no strange thing for Dunmartin, who coughs it up. McGowan's hustles to get it, but it will go off his hand and out of bounds. And looks like they're going to call it Winnipeg ball.
And we've seen that kind of thing all night long, where a team does make a play on the defensive end, so Winnipeg gets a takeaway. Acott throws it up ahead, and it's turned over. Or in the end, it isn't turned over. Winnipeg's lucky they get the call, get the ball on the side of the bounds. But like, the teams have not played cleanly for two teams who've scored a lot of points. Now, that's really come down in here in the second half, because nothing's coming easy for either one of them right now.
Bit of a lucky break there. Looked like it was off Trey McGowan's, but Winnipeg retains possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Acott working on Fuller. Good defense, but good physicality from Acott, muscling his way in for two.
Just bullies his way to the rim and makes something happen. But, there's been a little bit too much one-on-one play from the CEBLs for me here in the second half.
4 of the 5 CEBLs on the floor have scored in double digits, and the only one that doesn't have double digits yet is Trey McGowan's with 9. Nice spin move inside, a little too strong on the finish. And it's a rebound for Winnipeg, up 11. Allen had 31 points in the first half, and he scored 5-6. And that's going to be 7, his second goaltended point.
Yeah, nice play there by Teddy Allen. Change of pace, switch gears, gets to the rim, puts the ball up, ball touches the backboard, you can see, and then it's touched after. And if it touches the rim and FIBA, it's okay, but while it touches the glass, you can't touch it on the way down.
And going to be a foul here away from the ball, and that's going to go against Emmanuel Acott. So Acott now has 4 fouls.
He's not moving, I think. Obviously he's still a little tender on the inside. Nice finish.
Play there, quick off the inbound. Finds a cutting Townsend for an easy 2. And it's an 11-point game once again, and that will draw a timeout from Mike Rainbow. Taking a look at the next game here for the Mamba, hosting the first ever basketball game from the Yukon when they travel to Takini Arena in Whitehorse. Tip-off for that one is Friday at 6:30 Pacific time and 7:30 Central Standard Time, which means it will be 8:30 Central Daylight Time. And for our Eastern viewers, be 9:30. And then we look for the CEBLs. They hit the road for their next game. They are back in Edmonton to take on Nick Hornsby and the Stingers from the Hive this Sunday. Action begins at 4 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Central Daylight Winnipeg time. And that will be actually 4 p.m. It says 4 p.m. Pacific in my script. That is wrong. It's 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Dave.
Okay.
One thing I know are my time zones.
I like the fact you've invented your own time zone with Winnipeg time, which I've never.
Well, that's the confusing thing, because in Saskatoon, they're technically Central Standard.
Yes.
And we're Central Daylight.
Right.
but I'm willing to bet a lot of people don't know the difference. We're not all smart like Dave Crook.
Well, but here's the thing. Where does this Winnipeg time come from?
Just to clarify it.
Oh, I
because
see.
Winnipeg is playing in the game.
I see what you're saying
right?
there. Okay. I get you. I thought you came up with your own time zone.
Hey, man. Journalist is always here to dumb it down, Dave. That's why I'm here. 15 on the shot clock. Osborne has it, kicks it out to Allen, looking to add to his total. He's got 38 so far, and it's going to be a turnover here for Winnipeg. Saskatoon with a chance again to bring it within single digits, but this has been the yo-yo of a game we've seen. It seems to be that 10 to 12-point range is where Saskatoon's found themselves comfortable.
But sloppy execution there, like unnecessary turnover by the Sea Bears, giving the Mamba a chance to come back.
Well, the Mamba have done a great job in terms of adjusting defensively in the second half. It was looking pretty ugly there in the first half, but they've done a great job. They've got to start turning some points when they get the stops, and that's not going to help. Scott has it, and he's going to just hand it off to McGowan's. McGowan's going to take it all the way. Tough reverse, and McGowan's has 11.
And that was just too easy again, though. Just a tiny little screen at the top. He gets downhill. No one steps in. He crosses over. Makes a little bit of an acrobatic finish.
Fuller out there with Chaplin, Bandu, Dunmartin, and Townsend for Saskatoon. There's a block for Winnipeg, and here comes Isaiah Osborne with speed. Going to get it out to Akon, who's going to spot up at the wing for two. No good. Gets his rebound, though, and now he dishes it off to Teddy for three. No. Dunmartin now has an odd-man rush, to borrow the hockey term, and Chaplin an easy 2 points. Assist going to Tavian Dunmartin.
But there's a play where Winnipeg has the opportunity. They've got transition. They've got chance. They create a second opportunity with an offensive rebound. They come away empty. Mamba get an easy one going back the other way.
Dunmartin has a double-double now. 10 assists, 16 points for Tavian Dunmartin. Allen has to pass it off to Scott. McGowan's in the corner, Dunmartin on him. 6 on the shot clock. He's going to put it up. Nowhere near the rim. Easy pickup here for Bandu, who's just going to sprint down the center. Kicks it out to the corner. Townsend for three, and he cans it.
Nice play there. And Mamba doing to Winnipeg what Winnipeg did to them in the first half. Part of the problem is I think it was so easy with Teddy doing so much in the first half. Seabears stood around watching a little bit, and right now they just can't find anything to get going to make things easy.
Osborne working on Townsend. It's an 8-point ball game as we're drawing close to target score time. The window, that is. First whistle at the 4-minute mark or less will bring on target score time. Mamba trying to dig into this deficit. Townsend for another three, opposite corner this time, no good, and the Seabears get the rebound.
Unselfish, Winnipeg got a chance here in transition.
And a nice take from McGowan.
And that's all they have right now, because offensively in the front court, everything's one-on-one. They've really broken down.
Back to a 10-point ball game. Winnipeg leads it 96-86. Mamba might be their last possession before target score time. Can they do something with it? Dunmartin blows by Allen. Tries to get it inside. It goes off a leg, and the Seabears force another turnover. Here's Scott. Gets the pass. Saves it from out of bounds. Allen clotheslines. Gets the shot up, and it almost went in, but he'll go to the line for two. And that's going to be a foul against Jameer Chaplin. Take a look at the replay here in a second. But yeah, that was, he got right in his grill here.
A little bit of a tough pass there by McGowan's over the top. Scott made a nice play to save it. Saved it back into Teddy, and Teddy gets fouled. They go to the line to shoot two, and then we're going to have target score time.
And Teddy Allen might be going into target score time with 40 points. 39 with that foul shot. He's got 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and only 2 fouls here tonight.
You know, and he's played pretty well. I mean, I think he's...
And that is 40 for Mr. Allen.
He's shooting it like he did in the past, because he hasn't shot the ball as well this year, you know, at times. But he still scored 28 a game. He's there every night, finds a way to fill up the stat sheet. But what Winnipeg has to do, they got to find a way to create some easy baskets here in target score time. They got to get away from this one-on-one play, and they got to make things happen. For the Mamba, they've got to push it.
9 points available here for the Seabears. We'll be right back with target score time. Stay with us.
It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen.
Big players step up in big time. He is cooking.
Welcome back inside Canada Life Centre. The Winnipeg CEBL trying to stay undefeated at home, and they're in good shape. 98-86. They are 9 away from that target score, but a much deeper hole, 21 points for the Saskatoon Mamba to get back into this one. So this is going to be an uphill battle for Saskatoon. It's going to come down to defensive stops, Dave Crook.
But this is a number that they saw a week ago. They were up 12.
Yep.
Just a few days ago against the Stingers, and that one turned the other way, so anything's possible. We know in this league, you know, target score time comes, the game changes, and the way Winnipeg's played in the second half, hey, Saskatoon can make a run at them here.
Well, they have the first possession, so that's huge. Tevian Jones back on the floor. He's not played much in the second half. Only about 8 minutes, as that is a lost possession for Saskatoon and a chance for Winnipeg. They've done some quick work in target score time here at home. Is it going to be another quick finish here? Aycott going to settle it down, 14 on the shot clock. Tevian Jones going to draw a foul here, or take a foul, I should say. So for Jones, that's 3 fouls for him.
Just gets caught up here in the feet. I don't think that he was even trying to, let's see if we get an up. Yeah, it's just coming off that screen. Feet just got caught up, get knocked down, no problem.
Target score is 107 tonight, which to be fair is kind of low. Could have been much higher the way the game was
going. For a while,
going.
it looked like it would be about 150.
Yeah. Winnipeg has struggled in the second half compared to the relative ease they had their offense going in the first half. Trey McGowan's, though, coming alive in the fourth quarter.
That's twice he's made a really tough loop going on the left side, scooping it back with his right hand off the glass.
McGowan's has 15 points now. Every CEBL on the floor in double digits, including Teddy Allen, who has 40. Out there for Winnipeg right now, you've got Scott, Allen, Aycott, McGowan's, and Osborne. And for Saskatoon, you've got Townsend, Williams, Bandu, Fuller, and Jones.
Looks like Fuller might have turned an ankle a little bit there, but he's limping a little bit. Interesting.
He's walking it off and not grimacing. Tough character. He's got the ball now from Scott. Hands it off to Bandu. Bandu draws the switch, and he's going to pull out. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Has to put up the 3, and he cans it. Big shot from Devontae Bandu.
Bandu is so live. He looks like an ultimate athlete. Oh, he's smooth.
Still a long way to go for Saskatoon. 18 points away from the target score are the Mamba.
Aycott, I think, is going to get called there on a foul, and an offensive foul with an elbow. They got to switch. He was trying to make a big post up underneath, and I think he's got called for, got his elbow up in the face.
That's his third foul, rather. Sorry, fourth foul on Aycott. So you'll have to keep it clean here for the remainder of target score time. Here's Townsend right down Main Street. Tough finish in traffic, but he gets it done.
Good take, finish with the left hand. Soft off the glass.
191's the score, 107 is the target score. McGowan's gets caught in the air, but he finds Trey Scott. He's got an angle on Jalen Williams, and he gets another 2.
Trey Scott is just such a great athlete. Composed himself, took his time, finished.
Scott has 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists to go with that. Saskatoon needs a response here. It's getting urgent. Bandu picks up his dribble in the post. Back out to Jones, who has 8 on the shot clock. Steps back on Allen, and he clanks that. Fight for the rebound. It's Trey McGowan's able to settle it for Winnipeg, and he'll walk it up the floor. McGowan's takes the screen from Scott. He's got Townsend on him. He's going to go right at him. Another tough finish for McGowan's. He can't get that one to fall, but he's able to at least try keep it alive, but it goes off of him last. He thinks it went off of Saskatoon, but you're not going to win that argument.
He really wanted that call.
Here's Townsend going right into Allen. Bandu guarded closely by Isaiah Osborne, one of the defensive anchors here for Winnipeg. Here's Townsend for 3. A tough shot, doesn't go. And the ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Mamba. It'll be CBears basketball.
Osborne's been quiet here in the second half. We haven't really called him a lot. He hasn't impacted the game like he has for most of the games here in Winnipeg.
Well, Isaiah Osborne has a knack for hitting the big shot when it counts, so he's been quiet. You can't ignore him. He's got a couple of target score winners already this year.
That's right. Dunmartin back in the game for the Mamba.
CBears 5 points away from the target score and remaining undefeated at home. Mamba have only won in this building once in 4 years. This is their last game at Canada Life Centre this season, at least for the regular season. Here's a shot fake from McGowan's. He's got 5 on the shot clock. He's got Dunmartin on him. He goes inside. Another take for Trey McGowan's, taking this over late.
Not a bad possession there for Winnipeg. Ball moved a little bit side to side. They took their time, got it inside. McGowan's ends up finishing over a much shorter opponent. And Teddy Allen, I think, has committed a foul as we go the other way.
And Teddy Allen going to pick up his 3rd foul of this game. Here's the replay on it. Might have been a bit of a push on Fuller there too, but
yeah, I think Teddy was just a little sloppy, and I think he reached out.
And we've seen those calls both ways.
Yeah, I think he initiated the contact.
Saskatoon needs to score. Winnipeg 1 possession away from the target, and that is out of bounds. Tevian Jones.
I think one of the things, what did he call? I think they called a foul. Yeah, so one referee called just a missed shot, and the other ref called a foul on Teddy Allen.
Yeah,
one of the things you've seen them, I think that the Mamba have really concentrated on here in the second half, and I know they wanted to find a way to shut down Teddy Allen. What they've done is they've really attacked him with the ball, and they're trying to make him use a lot of energy, I think, on the defensive end.
Jones hits the first one. Yeah, it was a little confusing because I saw the ref saying it was just out of bounds.
Right.
And even Tevian Jones was holding on to the ball. Like, what's the call?
Yeah.
And it's a tough one because that's 4 on Teddy Allen. I mean, not that it's a big concern yet, but if the Mamba put a few stops together, puts pressure on them, and for sure, 40 points.
Trail official made that call.
Can they win it here? They're 3 points away from the target. Teddy Allen has it. Allen goes right inside, goes up, can't get it to fall, but he's able to track down the rebound and reset the shot clock. And there's going to be a foul here against the Mamba. It looks like it's going to be a possession, but yeah, possession on the side. Mamba only have 2 fouls here.
Teddy really wanted that one. He was trying to create some space, trying to make something happen to get a shot, couldn't get it off. In the end, he did hustle, made a great play, got his own rebound, and kept the ball alive to give Winnipeg another chance to finish this one off.
Isaiah Osborne inbounds it to Trey Scott, and now it's the other Trey. McGowan's with it. 9 on the shot clock. McGowan's going to try to get closer to that target, and he does. Another 2 points for Trey McGowan's, who is 17 now. He's the 2nd leading scorer on the CBears. At one point, he was the only CBear on single digits. Dunmartin needs to dig into this lead for Saskatoon. Can't cut the angle on Osborne. Kicks it out to the wing for 3. Big 3-pointer from Fuller. It's a 10-point ball game, but that doesn't matter. It's a 1-point ball game for Winnipeg. All they need is a layup to win this one or a foul shot. McGowan's with it, going right at Jones. Can he finish it? And he's blocked. Akon draws the foul, and he can end it right here.
McGowan's has been so aggressive offensively, just attacking the rim almost every single time he's at the ball in target score time. Nice play there by Akot to follow it up. We get a replay here, and we'll see the shots blocked by Williams, but Akot follows it up a lot of contact on his body, and he's got a chance to win it from the foul line.
Aycott can win it right here, and he doesn't. Clanking that one. Takes a deep breath. He'll get a second crack at it. Aycott with the game on the line, has the ball in his hands, can end it with this free throw. That is ball game. The Winnipeg CEBL take this one 107-96 and remain undefeated at home.
Great win for Winnipeg. They needed that bounce back after that performance in Vancouver.
Saskatoon giving up another 100, more than 107 in this one. They're averaging more than that a game, allowing points. Their last two games I mentioned earlier, they gave up 220 points over 2 games to Edmonton, who's not known for their excessive scoring. Winnipeg is, and they were not able to reach that task defensively. They tightened up in the second half, but that first half really allowed Winnipeg to get away.
Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg just kept control of the tempo. They did things, and things came easy for them in the first half. Part of that was because Teddy Allen was on fire, and he was just lighting up the scoreboard. Second half, it got harder. Saskatoon did a better job. They did a better job offensively in transition. But Winnipeg, I think they were so reliant on all those easy baskets in the first half, and when they disappeared in the second, it was really difficult.
And Emily Potter standing by. We'll have our player of the game interview brought to you by Booster Juice in just a second. But another dominant performance for Winnipeg. They played great at home, but they've got to turn this into road wins as well. And their next test will be with the Edmonton Stingers this weekend. And it looks like our player of the game for the Booster Juice player of the game will be Trey McGowan's. We talked to Teddy Allen earlier today. He has 40 points, but Trey McGowan's really went off in the fourth quarter, finishing with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 12 assists. So many guys with double-doubles here, but let's tune in here to Emily Potter standing by with Trey McGowan's, our Booster Juice player of the game.
All right, huge double-double, 19 points, 12 assists. How was the game out there for you today?
The game was really well. I had a lot of teammates who could space the floor, so it just made it super easy. And we hit shots early. When we hit shots early, everybody's feeling good.
Talk to me about your finishing in the lane. I love watching you finish. When did you kind of work on that area of your game and master that aspect?
When I was young, I still work on it with some of my coaches every day, kind of something I try to keep up with the maintenance. So just every day, honestly.
All right, and you guys had a fantastic first half. It kind of stalled a little bit in the second half. What do you need to do to get a full 40 minutes of flow and get a win on the road for your next game?
Handle fatigue better. I think that's it. A lot of times we got winded, but I mean, that comes from me. Sometimes I got to slow it down when I see we're winded so we can get good possessions. Early, we kind of didn't get good possessions. Everybody didn't touch it, so that was kind of on me.
All right, great game, and best of luck next game.
Thank you, Emily.
All right, thank you, Emily. That was Trey McGowan's the Booster Juice player of the game. One of 3 players on the CEBL with a double-double. McGowan's had 19 points and 12 assists. Teddy Allen had 40 points and 11 rebounds. And Trey Scott had 13 points and 10 rebounds in this one. Tevian Jones had 24 points in 24 minutes of playing time. Just didn't get a lot of playing time in the second half for whatever reason, although he was scoring. He is a leading scorer for Saskatoon. Tavian Dunmartin was second with 16 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, Dunmartin really impacted the game a lot more in the first half. And then second half, he didn't seem to be as impactful. At the same time, Winnipeg also attacked him a lot off the dribble, put him in jeopardy, and I think that might have been part of the problem. Saskatoon went with a little bigger lineup. They could switch, do some other things.
And we'll take a quick break here. We'll come back and wrap this up. The CEBL with another home win, undefeated at home. 107-96 is the score in this one. Stay with us. Wrapping it up on the other side of the break.
We want to thank you for not betting with Play Now and choosing our illegal gambling sites instead.
Because we couldn't afford things like this without your money.
So much of your money.
Now you might have questions like,
Do our profits benefit your community?
No.
Or bet with Play Now, Manitoba's local legal and secure gambling site.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment, When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
The CEBL, Canada's Pro Basketball League, and redtag.ca brings Canadian basketball fans a chance to save up to $300 off on vacation bookings all season long with promo code CEBLFans. I wonder how our mascots would spend their time on vacation. Book today with Red Tag and save $300.
Redtag.ca.
Welcome back inside a loud Canada Life Center. This is the last game before Canada Day, and there's an indoor fireworks show, which every dog in the city is very happy about, and so are the fans. It's a celebratory fireworks show as the Sea Bears win this one 107-96. It's a Canada Day doubleheader tomorrow. First, the Montreal Alliance travel to the GTA to face Frank Mitchell and the Scarborough Shooting Stars, who are red hot. They'll be playing from the Toronto Pan Am Center. That one tips off at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then next it'll be a Battle of Alberta returns to Edmonton when former Sea Bear Amari Chaney and the Calgary Surge face off against the Edmonton Stingers. Festivities begin at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 o'clock Eastern. All the action, of course, is on CBC Gem YouTube and CBL Plus. It is getting hot right now. Dave Crook, you're jumping. Yeah. My goodness. If we start sweating, you can see why. This is wild. Fireworks are hitting the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm not convinced the guy who does floor maintenance is really excited about this.
No,
I've never seen anything like it.
This has been quite the investment in this floor, and this is some sort of event happening here.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Candace tells us she's off us. That's good because, oh, that was quick. Oh, no, we're not done. We're not done. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. Well, my professionalism is being tested tonight. Dave Crook, so are your nerves. There's the grand finale. We all got through it together. I am sweating. That is very warm. I was not expecting that. Totally forgot about the fireworks. Happy early Canada Day to everybody. But, Sea Bears, we go back to the post-game content. Sea Bears now 6-0 at home. And they at least give themselves a good standing. They're tied with Vancouver now again for first in the West. And, Saskatoon, though, that's 3 straight losses. They won 4 in a row. Now they've lost 3 straight. And this is a rough patch for them when it comes to just wear and tear. As we mentioned, they're going to Whitehorse. It's not an easy road to get there.
No, and, they can score. They can do some really good things. Dunmartin's amazing. He's such a game changer in so many ways. But the other thing, he puts them at jeopardy at times because of his size defensively. They can't switch some things that they normally would do. They played a little bit bigger, more balanced lineups at times to try to be able to switch 1 to 5. They did a better job defensively in the second half. But still, they're not at the level defensively they need to be if they're going to win games. Winnipeg played really well in the first half. Part of that was Teddy Allen going for 31. He looked great, but then they sort of got out of sync, and I didn't think that they played really well in the second half, but they're happy with the victory.
Yeah, Allen, again, it's actually been redacted. It said 40. It's been now 38 is this total with 11 rebounds. Still a great game, from Teddy Allen. As we look at the standings, I just want to check myself. The Sea Bears are still in second because of that loss. They have 5 losses on the year to Vancouver's 4. But still, it's a tight race. And, Saskatoon, it's got to be a bit of an emotional rush here, too, because you found yourself out of it at the start of the year. It felt like, right? They had a slow start. They string together 4 wins. Then they come back and follow that up with 3 straight losses. But they're still in the conversation. But now that tightens up now, too. They've got 8 losses, so they're 6-8. And Edmonton will be 5-7. So Edmonton's going to catapult there up 1, so with the winning percentage. But we're in for an interesting playoff race down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's tight. And like I said, I mean, basically, Calgary and Scarborough are separated from everybody else, and every other team in the league across the league is really tight.
Yeah, well, and we'll say this, Edmonton playing really well right now. They've strung together 2 wins against Saskatoon. They've had some success in the past with Winnipeg. That is really a rivalry between these 2 teams. To add to that, we might actually see Xavier Moon make his debut in Edmonton. That's not confirmed.
Right.
But
it's a possibility.
But it's a possibility that he will be playing his first game in his old home court at the Edmonton Expo Center against the Edmonton Stingers, and you're going to want to get your popcorn ready for that, especially with the whole grass isn't always greener on the other side comment coming from Jordan Baker. I know that was read by the players here in Winnipeg, so I think if you have an Xavier Moon on there, he's going to try and make a statement. But this team has been great offensively, 107 points a night. What happens when Moon gets in the fold?
But one of the things I think about Xavier Moon is he's not going to come in and try to upset the apple cart. He's a smart guy. He's been here. He's watched all the games, when he was still in Russia. He's come back. He's here every day. He's in practice. He's warming up before games. He's not going to want to try to push everybody else over and do things. He wants to fit in. He's a really, really professional.
Yeah, I mean, Trey McGowan's, just looking at the import rule, it's likely he'll be coming off the bench, and what a great guy to have. He's our player of the game tonight, Booster Juice player of the game, coming off the bench. Tonight he had 19 points and 12 assists, so that's a nice spot to have if you're head coach Mike Rainbow heading into that one.
Yeah, and I think the other thing what you could start to see is they could go a little smaller at times, playing Acott as the 5-man, and then they'd be really mobile and they could switch. They could do a lot of things defensively, give teams a little different look. And with both Acott and Osborne being such great defenders, that would be a pretty good lineup.
Well, they had to go on the road and get another one here in Edmonton. That's where their struggles have been mostly. They're undefeated at home, 6-0. All the losses coming on the road, and they'd like to pile up some wins here as they are now in the second half of the season. And our next game, I think it's a long way away, July 12th. I believe that's also the first nationally broadcast game on CBC. I'll be on the sidelines for that one, happy to be a part of it. But we'll see you, I guess, in a bunch of weeks, Dave Crook. It's been fun. We're not close to done, but it'll be a while before we meet again. Thanks for tuning in. The Winnipeg CEBLs take this one 107-96. On behalf of our sideline reporter, Emily Potter, our color analyst, Dave Crook, and everybody upstairs making the magic happen, I'm Joey Slattery saying good night and happy Canada Day.
Knock 'em out the world, knock 'em out the world, knock 'em out the world with your head top down for some action.